Hey guys, Brito here. Welcome back to Gold Rush the Game. Here we are for Season 2, Day 4. Back at the old Arnold Parcel, our claim area over here. You can see I've moved the digger. So, overnight I've, just mute my microphone, I've dug throughout the night. I had about 100 ounces of gold, and then it went midnight and it dropped me back down to about 60. So really, I should have about 135, 140 ounces just out of that hole that we dug. We'll go and quickly take a look at it, but what I want to do this episode is, we've got excavator set up at a new area to dig. I've drilled a fair few holes, which I will show you in a minute, but I've had to stick our wavetable up there, unfortunately, because it needs to be on a flat ground. But I want to sell all the gold we've got and then start just slowly acquiring the stuff we need for our tier 3 setup. So quickly jump out so you can see we've dug this square, which is probably not exactly a square, but all the way down to the bottom. And that's about as deep as we could go, but done a pretty good job, I think. We've got 140, 150 ounces out of it, and now I've got 2 squares over here we're going to look at. So if we go into our gold map, I've got 311, square 311, which has 46.15% rich spot part. So between half a meter and 3.5 meters is where the real gold's at. 493 in total. This one's got 417 in total, and it's a small depth as well, so 0 meters to 2.7. It's got a lot of gold in here, this little area. So these 2 squares, 310 and 311, are the squares we're going to get. So it's this one. I think, let me have a look. I think if we go 311, 311 toggle square, it's that one. So it's these 2. So this square and that square, that's why I'm set up sort of in the middle. We'll set up here with our bucket. It's actually in the machine, but anyway. That's what we're going to start digging on next. But I want to go into town and smelt down our gold that we've got at the moment. Sell it, and then we'll start to buy the things. I want to buy the D-rocker first, and the trommel maybe, like the bigger stuff we need first, and get those things put into place. So we're still going to need a fair bit of money before we can actually get the whole setup running, but if we do it bit by bit and slowly, then we shouldn't take us too long to actually get there. Now I've got 1 worker on the hog pan with pump and a worker on the hog pan no pump. So that's not even set up, but apparently he will still work anyway. So got 2 workers hired at the moment. We've got our magnetite trailer, which is nearly full. Ooh, sliding through here, so we'll bring that down as well once that becomes full and sell that. So I know you guys have already come into town with me several times, but I don't want to leave you guys behind. I want to show you guys everything I do every day. It is a bit later in the day than usual, only because I was drilling so much. Well, I dug for so long. I dug for so long during the night, and then started drilling at about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. So it took us nearly the whole day to finish that hole. And then that's after I've got everything set up. It was about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, so that's why we are a little bit late start today. But I'll still try and get through till 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Once it starts to get dark, we'll end the episode. So I know it's hard for you guys to be able to see in the dark at times. Alright, jump on out, jump into here. I'm gonna lose 8.5 ounces of gold. Wow. It's amazing how much gold you actually lose once you actually smelt this stuff down. That's why I wonder if it's better just to sell it as ore instead of a gold bar, because if you sell it as ore, you're not losing anything. We probably could do a test next time. For some reason, we've got another gift. But it doesn't do anything else. I didn't dig it wood, but for some reason we got an extra gift. So let's run down to the bank quickly We've got gold bars, 104,000. Beautiful. So with the parcel here, it doesn't say how much we've got to pay him for us to rent it, because as I said, I had 100 ounces of gold, and then when we hit midnight it dropped to 60, so maybe that's the rent we have to pay back to the state of Alaska there for that. Oh, 3,000. Oh wow, it costs us more and more each time we open a slot. So we're going to have to go to the shop while we're here. Jump out, we're going to have to grab some chains. I think the 5 meter ones are probably 4 meter. Yeah, 5 meter ones. I think they're the ones that we usually go with. But I'll grab 7 meter ones as well. So I'm going to grab 6 of each because I know I've snapped a fair few in the past. Okay, order. So the brown ones are 5 meters and the red ones are 7. Oh, you can actually sort of see these ones there, a lot. Looks like there's a lot more actual rope, or steel I should say, connected to it. So we'll load these bad boys up. Oh, wow, pick it up, come on. I still hate these stakes being there, they're in the way. Wish I'd get rid of them. I don't know how many other people get annoyed by it, but I know it definitely bloody annoys me. Just do a quick run and a jump and a throw, and throw them in the back. Oh, that one didn't go very far. There we go, all in. So we've got 134,000. Quickly pull over here. Going in, so 134,000. So I'm pretty sure we can get the D-Rocker instead of this one, Shaker. So that's 67. So that'll drop us down to about 65, 70,000. Get the trommel. Add. Let's go and purchase those and see how much we actually have left. 104,000, so $29,000 left. We need to upgrade that as well to get the rocker and the trommel there. 22,000 left, so we're going to need like all of these, which we know we can afford all of these. Need the duplex jig down the bottom, we don't need that. Need the big fuel bowser and the 124,000 for the big power generator, which is something we really need before we get all this up and running. So I think that'll do for now. We can come back and pick up all these when we need them. So there's 5 sluices, so we've got enough money for those, but I think if we buy a sluice we have to unlock an extra spot here as well, so it's going to get pretty pricey by the time we get to that point. Let's head back to the claim. I think what we'll do is get these few things in place and then we can go back to digging. Just get them in place and out of the way and go from there, I suppose. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I know I've been enjoying getting back into playing it. I did stop playing it for a fair while. I just sort of got really over repetitive and no new stuff was coming, and still a lot of issues with the amount of gold you're getting and how many actual loads of the dump truck it took to fill, you know, the sluice box and that in the tier 3 wash plant, and then when you actually emptied the tier 3 wash plant out, you've got hardly any bloody gold anyway, so it's just really frustrating. But yeah, now it's much better. So the only other thing we could possibly do is give ourselves, so it costs us $1 to buy these things, and then unlock all those slots, because I don't see the point in us having to pay for these slots, unlock slots, or we shouldn't have to pay to put extra machinery on our claim. Should be able to put as many parts of machinery as we can, to be honest. So that's one thing that we can do. Put that one back in. I don't know if we need the long ones here or the short ones, but we'll use the long ones anyway for now. Are we missing one? No, there's two there, stuck side by side. There we go. So all four of those are connected. So what we can do is just arrow through till we get to digger. There we go. Grab that. Curl our arm in as well. We've still got that square toggled. We do. It's the main thing. We'll head down. We can pick these things up and put them into place. So we're still a fair way off where we need to be. We need probably another 100-200 ounces to get our tier 3 setup going, but we could possibly pay off our loan and get a massive loan. So that's another thing we can look at after we get this stuff set up. I think I've still got to pay off the $40,000 loan anyway, so won't be able to get that done today. So I think, yeah, we'll head down and put that put the trommel into place first, and then we'll put the D-rocker in after that. I've done all this before. I've done a tutorial on how to put this together, so if you're new to Gold Rush and you're not sure what goes where, I did do a tutorial on how to set up the tier 3 wash plant without the D-rocker, of course. It's only new, so but it's pretty much all the same sort of stuff. You just replace the D-rocker with the shaker that was there anyway, and everything else goes in the same spot. I think now we can put the hog pen on the ground though, as part of the tier 3 wash plant. So we'll come in nice and close and then try and center it pretty good. Let me have a look and see which way this is going to go. I think I might need to put it down the bottom. I didn't put that around about there. So that's the back corner, so we'll put it there. Put this one at the front. That one there. Whoop. It's that front corner. Where's this one? This one here is the back corner. So we'll jump back in the excavator and try and lift it all up. There we go. We can, up. We can put our bucket out as well, which will lift it up a little bit higher. So once you pick it up, it'll show you where it needs to go. So I really think, the power goes to the back, so we're going to have to possibly go around the back side here. It's good how you've got to put it in place. I mean, there should be an option for you to skip this, so it automatically puts it into place. Just I know some people might struggle a little bit with getting it set up, so actually I think there's a power thing at the front there, I'm not sure. Pretty sure it should be at the back. Oh, hitting the ground there. Lift it up a little bit higher. Oh, we don't want to. We'll try and move away if we can. I think we got too big cables on the front. We should have used the smaller ones. We might need to go up the hill a little bit and then swing it into place. You don't want to go banging on the ground and hitting things because you will, as I said, snap the cables. So you've got to be pretty careful. Just go over to here, sort of get ourselves in place. Oop. So gonna accept it if we get close enough. Not sure if it's gonna. Oh, there we go. I was hoping we'll be happy with it there somewhere. Oh, gonna run over another peg. Oh, we just missed it. I think we need to drop these cables off. We don't need these ones, they're too bloody big. Tuck that bucket up. Cable's going to be bumping on the ground, but so that's the trommel in place. We're just going to grab the D-rocker now, but I think we'll definitely grab the shorter change. I think we're going to have to go around the other side of the D-rocker. So I think the grate will be to the right hand side closer to the tent, so we'll definitely have to go around the other side. So I'm going to drive straight towards our little shed there. That way we can just unload these straight into the shed because we're not going to need the long ones. Alright, that should probably do. Tuck the bucket in and drop it onto the down towards the ground. Grab that. These ones over on the table out of the way. You can see I've already brought a whole heap of stuff over here that we had laying around. Got the red water hoses and the connectors there. Got some extra buckets sitting there as well. Try and knock them over, there we go. Jump back in. So we're going to have to go around the other side and pick it up. Hopefully we won't have too big an issue doing that. Got that tree in the way, which is going to be a little bit of a pain, I think. Might be able to lift our arm up over it though. Straight into the tree. That's exactly what we didn't want to do. Put the bucket about there somewhere. Drop it down. We'll run over and grab these smaller ones. Want to hook it from there to there. So these small ones should be fine. Even the shorter ones would have been just as good, I think. It's that one from there to there. Whoa! Just threw us up in the air a little bit. No, it's this corner, isn't it? And then it goes around to that one. from there to, can we get underneath? We can't go under that bar, so we'll have to go under the ground, connect that to there. So we go up, whoop, up, extend the arm up as well, extend the bucket right around. We'll take it up there. That should be the way it goes. It looks like that's the right way. The rock should come in this side and then get chucked out the other end. It looks like that's the right way. I want to chuck this into place. It's swinging around like nothing else though. Try and stop the swing a little bit. So we'll head up here. So you can still just use the front end loader to load this up. You don't need the dump truck, but I think using the dump truck is a whole heap easier. Oh, we've got a really big swing up now. There we go. That one into place. We tuck the arm back in. Take these down. We can unhook these as well. So that's all we've got set up for the moment. We're gonna have to get these like the other sluice bars and stuff in. The generator, probably the fuel tank as well. We're gonna need that. I've got the fuel trailer, which you probably may have noticed before. I didn't have to get that because this excavator was nearly out of fuel from digging those couple of days. So these chains are dragging under the digger a little bit. Bring that down closer to the ground. So they're the larger ones, so we might actually put these ones on the table. That'll do. Bit of a pain to work with. They should be able to place them flat, not standing upright. There we go. That one as well. Just gonna knock him over. Oop. Can't knock him over. We can knock the other one off the table though. There we go. Drop that one down. No, I want you to stay on the table. Fall the other way. There we go. It's all four off. We'll leave the truck where it is. Whoops. There's me fat fingers again, pressing the wrong buttons. I'll have to turn around here and head back down. Then we can start digging. Nearly got an ounce of gold from our workers, so they've been working hard while we've been mucking around with our tier 3 setup, or slowly getting that started anyway. Hopefully after digging through the night tonight, and maybe even digging through day 5, we might have enough to hopefully at least complete the setup, and then I'll have to work on the generator and that after that. So bring this guy down, and then we'll have to get him set up exactly where he was before. The only thing that's going to be a pain is having to put that wavetable up here instead of down in the hole where everything else is. I just couldn't find a flat area for it, or an area that was flat enough to make the game happy, so Not sure if I'm going to be able to sneak through here without running into it. Not just. It didn't even run over our peg either. So do what we did before, try and I think I need to make sure we're in the right spot again. So toggle square on 311. So we need to dig this one and the one to the right of this one. So try and get right in the center. Maybe there. We'll flick the arm around. We'll open the bucket a little bit. We're going to have to change camera. There we go. Think there. Once it starts falling out, should be okay there. Let's go and test it out. We'll see. So bring it straight around. That's pretty good, I think. You can see nothing's running yet, but I just want to try and dig the outside of this line so we know where the outside of this square actually is. Shut him down and jump down, and we can get everything cranked up, and hopefully everything will work fine. Yeah, it's all going, that's all processing. Ooh, need to start it up. There we go. Could we get some good gold out of this? We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Workers have got us over an ounce already, so they're doing pretty good, doing their job. Not sure how far this is going to go till we hit the hit bedrock. We might have missed a little bit there. I think I probably need to maybe leave it on this view to make sure we're even this view to make sure we're not missing anything. Might move back a little bit. There we go. Don't know if you got the bucket too close to the grill, if you'll actually miss as well. So Seems like it's going in pretty good now, so it's doing okay. It's be another long night, I think. Another long night of digging. Try and get some more gold in our pockets to help progress to our tier 3. Not sure if I'm missing, because I'm sure I'm getting full buckets. So have a look from this angle. Do it there, see how that goes. Sort of just trying to skim the top of the dirt for now. Take this whole square out and then we'll start getting a little bit deeper. The gold is pretty high to the surface, so you don't really need to use the drill if you didn't want to, because you pretty much want to try and process all the gold anyway before you go moving on to other claims, unless you want to get to the new claim quicker, the new Nighthawk claim quicker. You know, you could just dig absolutely everything. But I'm just at that stage now where you want to just dig and try and get all the gold we can as fast as we can, so we can move on to tier 3 stuff. So I'm still not sure if we're missing the bucket a little bit. Only still getting 23%. Should be getting full buckets when we're digging, but there we go. Let's go into the gold map now. Let's toggle 309. Start to. It's not the one we wanted. 310. That's the one we want. 310 and 311. Should be 100% by the time we swing back around, hopefully. Oh, 99%, of course. We're definitely missing a little bit. Yeah. Well, we'll grab the bucket out. That machine's running properly, so we'll chuck him in there. We'll see what we get out of our first dig in this new dig site, or this new couple of squares that we've chosen. So 1 ounce we've got. We pick up the gold, not the dirt. Be much better. Wow, okay, 1 ounce. Face palm. Wow, gold's going up really quick. 10 ounces already. So 11 ounces, that's pretty good, just for the really top part of the soil. So we can continue to get clean outs like that, we'll be pretty happy. So we'll do one more full bucket, one more clean out, and I might have to call it end of an episode. It's starting to get a little bit dark. We'll put our lights on, not that they really come to good use just yet, but nearly at 13 ounces with our workers doing their thing as well. One thing that I have noticed as well, every time you leave the game and come back, your workers are no longer working. You need to reassign them all. So make sure every time you come in back into your game, you check that before you start doing anything by yourself. You want to make sure those guys are always working, always making the money for you. I'm not sure if you pay them if they're not working, but yeah, I'm not sure if that's a bug that they need to fix or not. Hopefully they will. Starting to get a little bit of a hole there. Getting there slowly. I'll even swing around this way, but it's probably going to be harder for me to see when I'm approaching the wash plant, which it is. So I think I was swinging away a little bit too early as well, which isn't going to help. Dropped a little bit there out of the bucket. It's not too much though. Still weird that they've reduced the amount that the digger actually picks up. It used to be about 70%. So I'm not sure what the reason behind that was. Maybe just to make us dig a little bit longer, or maybe they thought it was giving us too much dirt. Not really sure, to be honest, but sure they had their valid reasons. Once we end up getting the dump truck and everything up and running, we'll just dig from the back corner of the claim. I think we won't worry about actually drilling for really good gold. I'd like to get access to that Nighthawk claim as soon as we can, and get the drill over there and just drill every single square and see what sort of gold we're going to get from over there. But we're going to need an awful lot of money for that. It'll be 1,000 ounces. Will only just get us enough to lease it, I think. Where are we now? 91%, so probably another bucket after this. It's going to go pretty close, I think. %, that was, so smallest amount in. There you go. Jump on down. Grab our pay dirt into this machine, and we'll make sure we pick up the right bucket this time. I think that's why I picked up the right bucket, because of the way that it follows us around, even though it says gold. Bring that up to the wave table, so we've got 13 ounces. Let's hope for about 26. It's climbing pretty quick. That's 8 ounces. 9. About 10 ounces we got, so not as good as the first one, but still was pretty good. We've still got a fair bit to dig out, so we go back into our gold map. Where are we? I think we're 11 and 12, weren't we? Yeah, 11 and 12. So we've still got a fair bit of gold there. Just got to get down a little bit further for 2.4 to 3.4 is where we need to be, and there is about 3.5 meters down. So actually, that's the wrong one, isn't it? It's 10 and 11 that we're supposed to be digging, not 12. So 10 and 11. Yep, 10 and 11. So the good gold's about 1.6 to 2.1 down, and that's about 2 meters as well. 2 meters, 3.5 meters. So not even down a meter yet, I don't think. So we've still got a fair way to go before we get into the good gold. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, and let me know what you think we should be doing. Should we be doing what I'm doing now, and slowly just buying all the tier 3 stuff that we can afford as we go along, and then obviously get this fully set up and operational. Then we're going to have to get the dump truck and get all that put into place. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell next to it to receive a notification every time we upload. It's been Brito's Gaming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you when we come back for day number 5, Season 2 of Gold Rush the Game.